spirit lifter, problem fixer, words of reason, there when you need, calm me down, set you straight.
Welcome to Baseball Town, Reading Fightin' Phils fans, home of your Reading hot dogs today, our Sunday alternate identity as we take on the Portland Sea Dogs for one final time to wrap up this series. Reading leads 3-2 after dropping yesterday's contest 9-3 against Portland. A tough day for the Phils pitching staff. The hitters recorded 8 hits and they only struck out twice, not until the 9th inning, looking to bounce back and take a series victory today. Reading will send out the Major League rehabber Kent Emanuel. Portland will go with Rio Gomez as their opener. But first, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to throw it down to the field for the singing of the national anthem, and then we'll get started with today's first pitch.
Tonight's Savage Auto Group Great American Flag Group is Denver Cub Scout Pack 132, Showneck Boy Scout Troop 115, and Man Contracting. And now, as part of the second annual Blue Ridge Family Fun Day, she is a former Lancaster County Junior Miss, PA Senior Idol 2011, and PA Senior America 2017. Please welcome Peggy Kurtz-Keller, who will perform our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red, the bombs bursting in air, came proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Peggy Kurtz-Keller. The pregame fireworks are compliments of International Fireworks. International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Reading Hot.
It's a perfect day for some baseball here in Reading, Pennsylvania. A beautiful national anthem on Father's Day here at America's Classic Ballpark. 74 degrees, a pretty swift wind. It's going from right to left right now, about 16 miles an hour. We'll keep you updated. It's supposed to die down as the sun begins to set, but sunset is not until 8:45, so we'll see how that impacts the game. As today, Kent Emanuel is going to get his Major League rehab appearance here in Reading. He's already pitched 6 innings in rehab for Clearwater so far, giving up just 4 hits, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts, no runs. He's holding batters to a 190 average. Now, that was obviously against low-A competition, and this is a guy with some Major League service time. So he's going to get some Double-A action, which is going to be a little bit more intense. He'll be throwing to Jack Conley, who's the catcher for today. Out in left, Ollie Castillo. In center, Chris Sharp. And in right, Jalen Ortiz. Wendell Rijo over at the hot corner. Jonathan Guzman and Sal Gazzo, your middle infielders. And Vito Friscia down at first today. Will Dalton will lead it off for the Portland Sea Dogs. Cedon Rafaela in that number 2 hole. Christian Koss batting third, and Pedro Castellanos in the cleanup spot. Hudson Potts and Tyreek Reed batting 5th and 6th respectively. Cole Cottom, Nick Sogard, and Oscar Rangel rounding out the 7 through 9. Kent Emanuel was signed by claimed off of waivers by the Phillies from the Houston Astros back in November of 21. So he was initially drafted a 3rd-round pick with the Astros, has a little bit of Major League service time. He pitched in 10 games, 17 2/3 innings of work. holding batters to a 190 average in the major leagues. He was good, but he was on the injured list quite a bit. Left elbow soreness, left elbow impingement there. He had surgery, was on a rehab assignment when the Phillies signed him, and getting a little bit of a later start this year. But if it works out, a lefty in the bullpen for Philadelphia could be absolutely huge. And so get a start here as a Reading hot dog today. Reading playing in their alternate identities every Sunday night. Emmanuel deals the first pitch, is smoked out to left center field. Chris Sharp on the run at the wall. He makes the catch, and a very long fly ball is out number one.
Center fielder number 52, Cedon Rafaela.
Here's Cedon Rafaela, who's notched a couple of homers in this series. Come up on the right side with one away here against Emmanuel. 30 years old, out of Woodstock, Georgia. Went to UNC, so was a Tar Heel, as the lefty takes a step back, kicks and fires, and this is foul back into the net. Will be a reliever with the Phillies, even though he's getting the opener right now. Has been with us training since the 16th. It's now the 19th, so 3 days as he misses outside. 1-1 the count. Reading in the red jersey tops with the mustard cap sleeves and mustard lettering. There's hot dogs all over that jersey. The matching red, white, and blue cap with the Burke's Packing hot dog logo tribute on the front. Rafaela gets a piece of it, and he's down 1-2 with the matching home white pants. This is a crowd favorite. Of course, America's Classic Ballpark is known for its hot dogs. Portland staying in their navy blue jersey tops with the red cursive font, gray road pants to match. No pitch clock for Kent Emmanuel. They don't have that in the majors, so he doesn't have to abide by it here. Also uses the major league balls as he comes above the letters 2-2. One out in the top of the first. A long fly ball started off this game. They said first pitch was 5:19, so a couple minutes behind schedule, but not too much as the lefty comes home. A slow roller off the bat is foul. Beautiful day, packed house here in Reading. Lots of fans in the right and left field GA sections, that pool. Lots of kids over there. It's a swim-only day. So when we have swim-only days, you don't have to bring a group out. You don't have to purchase a buffet ticket. It's $12 in advance. Swim the whole game. Rafaela punts this foul. Pitch number 6 of the at-bat. And the count stays 2-2. I don't know how long they're going to give Emmanuel out there. We'll have to wait and see. How many pitches? This is sent down the right field line. Going back for it is Freesia. It just drops in a really awkward spot in no man's land. Ortiz throws it in quickly. He's about a heartbeat behind Rafaela, who slides in at second, but a hell of a throw from the right fielder. And a blooper turns into a double for the speedy Rafaela here. One out for Christian Koss. Mitch Treziak, the home plate umpire, calling the balls and strikes. Kevin Manzuk shifting to third. And Harley Acosta, the crew chief, down the first baseline. The umpires in their Sunday blues. Setting up on the third base side of the rubber is Emmanuel, runner going. Here's the throw to Rijo. It's too high, and he slides in safely. Really interesting by Rafaela. He took kind of a weird route. He went back a little bit. I think he was trying to avoid being seen by Emmanuel. But he gets in safely, and now suddenly there's a runner 90 feet from home plate. And the infield's going to come in, try to protect Portland from scoring a run here early in the first. Emmanuel deals. This is sent foul sharply into the net above the plaza. Happy Father's Day to all of my dads and father figures joining in, especially to my own, who's down at the park in this game. Looking forward to the post-game catch on the field here at America's Classic Ballpark. The 0-1 up the middle. Diving is Guzman, and it gets into the outfield. That's what happens when you play in close. You risk that happening. And a run does score on a base hit by Christian Koss. Portland jumps to an early 1-0 lead. And the infield's going to back up now here for Pedro Castellanos. Portland's going to open with Rio Gomez. Then they're going to transition to their starter, Chris Murphy, the lefty. Reading has hit pretty solid against him. But first they've got to get there. Emmanuel throws over to first. Diving back in is Christian Koss. He's had 7 stolen bases on the season. First pitch ball here to Pedro Castellanos. Yesterday, the Sea Dogs combined for 12 hits. Castellanos had 4 of them. This is a sky-high pop-up. Coming in is Jalen Ortiz in right. He's going to make the catch, and there's out number 2. And here's Hudson Potts with a runner on first.
Third baseman number 11, Hudson Potts.
Portland has already plated a run. They lead 1-0 in the contest. Potts under the Mendoza line here with a 183 average. Emmanuel fires to first. Big leg kick there. He's going to have to be careful he doesn't take a balk. Diving back in safely is Koss. Potts takes the first pitch outside. A couple of different defensive changes in this contest than we've seen in a typical game. Jack Conley getting his 14th start back behind the plate. Vito Friscia his 2nd at first. This is sent high in the sky. Conley coming over, but it ends up in the stands for strike number 1. We saw Ollie Castillo out in left yesterday. He's there for the 4th time this season. Available on the bench for us today, Kevin Vicuña, Aldrim Corridor, and Josh Akami. Kent deals another pop-up. This is going to go in the stands. That moves the count 1-2. 2 outs on the board here in the top of the first. Emmanuel's got a runner on. He's already allowed Rafaela to cross. The Sea Dogs lead 1-0. Not many evening games going on here in minor league baseball. Couple in the Midwest and on the West Coast that are getting started, but that's because of the time difference. Only one night game over there. That's Frisco Rough Riders. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Emmanuel comes set, glove at the chest, looks over at the runner on first. Friscia holding him on. He's going to come home outside, and now the count is full. Beautiful sunny day here, not a cloud in the sky. Hopefully we get this game in time that the shadows don't really come into play. Two outs and a runner on first. Emmanuel trying to seal the deal. The payoff pitch is chopped slowly to third. It is foul. Wendell Rio runs in to grab it, but the home plate umpire points left, and he'll have to go back here and redo that at bat. This day in baseball town history, June 19th, 2018, at Portland. I always love when they're versus the same team. Derek Hall went 4 for 7 with a double, 4 RBIs, and a run scored in a doubleheader sweep of the Sea Dogs. Ranger Suarez tossed a complete game in the opener, allowing just 1 run on 5 hits, which is pretty exciting. Both of those players still solid in the Phillies organization as Potts pumps this foul. That was pitch number 7 to keep his full count. Portland 1 run on 2 hits already. They've got Christian Koss at first with 2 outs here. And Kent has been pushing against the righty Potts. He's up to 19 pitches. I think they'll give him at least 2. Goes over to first. diving back is Koss. Now he comes home, and another foul ball by Potts, late to the pitch, and another full count here with 2 outs on the board. Left side of the rubber gets the sign from Jack Conley. Here's the payoff pitch. You're kidding. It's another foul ball. The bat boy has to bring out more balls already in the first, top of the first actually, because of this 9-pitch, now 10-pitch at bat here from Hudson Potts. Christian Koss on first, 2 outs. Emmanuel, here's the payoff pitch. It's ball 4. A 10-pitch at bat results in a walk. Hudson Potts waits it out, and now there's 2 on and 2 out here for Tyreek Reed. Reed had the day off in yesterday's contest. Went 0 for 4 on Friday night. Takes the first pitch, foul, down 0-1. Portland started the run scoring with a double by Rafaela. He took third and came home on Christian Koss's base hit with the infield in. That's how they lead 1-0. Hudson Potts walked down to put 2 on with 2 out. The outfield playing straight up here against the righty Reed. The 0-1 taken up the middle. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Sharp fires it in, but coming home easily is Christian Koss, and the Sea Dogs have an early 2-0 lead. Potts makes it all the way to third. An RBI single for Tyreek Reed puts runners on the corners with 2 outs. Here's Cole Cottom. Tomorrow, the universal day off in minor league baseball as Jack Conley goes out for a meeting on the mound. So we'll have off, and then we hit the road for a week to Binghamton against the Rumble Ponies. That's the Mets AA affiliate. This is the final game of a 2-week homestand. It's been a good run at America's Classic Ballpark here. And after a week on the road, we'll come right back home to end June and the beginning of July to celebrate 4th of July. Emmanuel, the first pitch here to Cole Cottom, fouls it back for strike 1. Portland plating 2 runs on 3 hits. They've got Potts on third, Reed on first.
Is to keep the baseball within the confines of the plane.
Misses outside, 1-1. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Emmanuel deals upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Looking over at first, he comes home inside for a called strike. Cottom thought it was a ball, bounced back. Does a lap in the batter's circle and steps back into the righty batter's box with a 2-2 count. 2 outs on the board, 2 runners on. Got to get out of the first here. Portland leads 2-0. Looks over at first base, up high, and another full count here. Emmanuel having to battle in rehab. Just, I think, important if he's healthy and he feels good here. I have no idea. Runners on the corners. This is popped up the opposite way. Into right, the throw. Quick back in from Ortiz. It plates another run. Portland leads 3-0. And Emmanuel is struggling on the full count pitches. He's not coming out on top. Here's Nick Sogard, the number 8 batter, and now we'll see a visit from the pitching coach, Matt Hockenberry, as the Major League rehabber can't get out of the top of the first. Picked up a quick out. He started it off with a deep fly ball to center. Another fly out. Villanos made 2. Now there's runners on first and second. 2 outs for Nick Sogard. Three runs on 4 hits here for the Portland Sea Dogs. Conley coming out with Matt Hockenberry. And now they head back to the dugout and back behind the plate as the umpire signals mound visit, number 1 for the Fightin Phils. Or number 2, actually, because Jack Conley came out alone before. 2 on, 2 out. And Emmanuel will see Sogard here, the number 8 hitter. Only hasn't seen Oscar Rangel today. Actually, nobody's seen Rangel because it's his first time making an appearance this series. Has been on Portland's roster the entire time. Kind of their bullpen catcher. First pitch, strike for Emmanuel. Gets the cheers of the crowd. Looks like Tyler McKay warming up in the bullpen for Reading, if I can read those numbers correctly. Emmanuel looks back at second. Now he comes home outside. A ball and a strike. He's thrown 30 pitches, 20 for strikes. I don't know what his pitch count is here for today. I'm sure they're looking at that more than inning-wise. Lefty comes set. Big leg kick comes all the way down. This is popped up. It's in foul territory. Ortiz ranging over. It's in the Phils bullpen. They scatter to get out of the way. Nobody can chase it down in time, but it does go in as strike number 2. Everybody jogs back to their respective positions. Wind still pushing in from left to right, about 16 miles an hour. Lights are not on here. The field is perfectly playable. Looks beautiful today. Kind of goes straight up and down with his right leg kick. Tries to go off speed, but it ends up outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs on the board, 2 runners on. That's Reed on second and Cottom on first. The Sea Dogs lead 3-0 here in the top half. Reading just looking to get up to bat for the first time today. And this is lined over the head of Wendell Rijo. It's a fair ball as it trickles all the way to the bullpen. Here's the play at the plate, a dart, and they get him. Portland does score 1 more run. It's 4-0, but a fantastic relay throw in. Gets the job done at the plate. Jack Conley, a perfect tag. Our outfield assists have been credible out there, as Ollie Castillo will get credit for that. But Portland takes a 4-0 lead as we head into the bottom half. Reading's going to have some work to do in just a moment. The Seidel Auto Group Deck Picnic appeals to both die-hard and casual fans with its summer picnic-like and fun tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in prime home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Golden Oaks is an award-winning high-end golf club that offers golfers a country club experience without country club prices. With 5 sets of tees, golfers of every skill level will enjoy their game. Golden Oaks has Bogey's Pub, a beautiful pro shop, driving range, and learning center that will make any visit complete. Golden Oaks Golf Club is the perfect venue for private events and golf outings. Visit us for our newly opened golf simulators, complete with its own bar area and Bogey's Pub menu items available. You can stay in our beautifully restored 1850s farmhouse and then play our award-winning championship golf course. Each room includes full amenities, cable television, and quaint rustic decor. While on the premises, visit Bogey's Pub for lunch, dinner, or a relaxing beverage. We're ready to serve you here at Golden Oaks and look forward to the 2022 season.
Into the bottom of the first we go here in Baseball Town. Reading is trailing 4-0. Tough start for the Fightin' Phils here in the top half. But I have really good feelings about our bats today, as Vito Fresia is going to lead us off. Jack Conley, Ollie Castillo, and Logan O'Hoppe in as the designated hitter today. Jalen Ortiz and Wendell Rijo batting 5th and 6th. And Jonathan Guzman, Chris Sharp, and Sal Gazzo rounding out 7 through 9. Rio Gomez opening this game for the Portland Sea Dogs. He'll probably get the first and then transition to Chris Murphy. So back-to-back lefties here. And Reading typically hits really well against lefties, as the righty Fresia takes a first pitch strike and then a ball below the knees.
Speaking of those 7, 8, 9 hitters, they had a heck of a night last night. Jonathan Guzman, Chris Sharp, and Sal Gazzo each had 2 hits on the night.
Yeah, certainly can't count out the bottom of the R-Phils lineup here as Fresia holds off on a ball outside, 2-1. Vito takes a pitch inside by Rio. And now it's 3-1. 4 runs on 5 hits Portland put up in the top half against the Major League rehabber Kent Emanuel. Fresia, slow roller off the bat. Christian Koss at short. Gets it just a hair in front of Vito, and there is out number 1. I don't know if he'll come back in for the next frame. Tyler McKay was warming up, but it just depends on the pitch count for Emanuel. That's a different kind of situation when you have a rehabber. You've got to give him the work that he needs to get back in shape and get to the bigs, and so that's what they're doing here for Emanuel. He pitched 6 innings in Clearwater. And we'll see how many the Fightins get out of him today. I think in a different scenario. I don't know if the opener would stay in, but I don't know what's going to happen here. We're just watching with you as Conley takes a ball outside. Jack batting second for the 3rd time this season. Yesterday recorded a bunt single, which was awesome to watch him run it out. Perfectly placed down the third base line. Open stance in the righty batter's box. Here's the 2-0. Tied up on the inside, sends it foul. And there's strike number 1. Defensively for the Sea Dogs, it's Cole Cottom back behind the plate. Will Dalton in left. Rafaela moves back to center field. And Pedro Castellanos in right. Hudson Potts and Christian Koss on the left side of the infield. And Sogard and Reed on the right side as Rio gets another foul ball out of Jack Conley. There's strike 2.
Certainly not a shortage of foul balls to start off this first inning.
Oh my gosh, no. They've got to have gone through at least 24 balls already.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's over our heads or it's over into the right field grandstand.
Wind pushing that way is certainly sending the ball an extra foot or 2 as Jack takes ball 3 outside. And suddenly there's a full count here in the bottom of the first. Gomez having a tough start to the season, a 15 ERA. Conley takes him out to left field. A moonshot is going to hang up in the sky. Will Dalton makes the catch, and a long fly ball is out number 2 here. Ollie Castillo, the man of the hour, comes up, turning 33 years old today. Very exciting for Castillo. as he steps into the righty batter's box for the first time today. Just joined us from Lehigh a couple days ago when Hunter Marquardt hit the injured list, helping us out in the outfield. Takes the first pitch strike. Portland leads 4 runs on 5 hits. Reading hasn't gotten a base runner yet, but we're only in the bottom of the first. Castillo pokes it off the end of his bat into the stands, and that's strike 2.
Both general admission grandstands look pretty full today. It's a nice crowd here on Father's Day.
Another foul ball into the stands. I mean, there's not a better way to spend your weekend here, especially, as we're really getting into summer now. It's like a perfect day. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Here's the 0-2 to Ali. He holds off upstairs.
And there's so much going on today downstairs. The picture session with Buzz and Woody.
Our ROG Orthodontics character appearances. This gets away from Gomez. And Castillo takes back-to-back balls. The count 2-2.
I had an interesting experience down there. The entire Corridor family, Aldrum Corridor, his 2 kids, and his wife/girlfriend, they all came out, and I got to take a family picture of them.
Oh, there's a lot of good families out here today as Ali Castillo takes a called strike 3. That will do it to end the first. As we wrap things up onto the second, Portland leads 4-0.
Hey, psst. Yeah, you want to buy some low-priced groceries? Just follow me into this well-lit Lidl grocery store. Here at Lidl, we buy in bulk and cut down on costs wherever possible. Then we pass the savings on to you. Trust me, everything's done totally legit and above board. Nothing to be worried about. Yep, Lidl's pretty great. It's just your run-of-the-mill grocery store, except with way lower prices. Lidl. Suspiciously low-priced groceries.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis throughout the 2022 season. Visit Alex's convenient website at brgpa.com and search for your perfect home today. His custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and he's there to answer all your questions. Call Alex today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 11 Savage Auto Group Fiesta Friday games during the 2022 season. eXp Realty Group and Alex Patansis, where every move matters. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at Highline Merchant. The only player on the Portland Sea Dogs who didn't get to bat in the first will come up here in the second. That's the designated hitter, Oscar Rangel. He's played just 3 games for Portland here, as the lefty steps in against the lefty Emmanuel. He takes the first pitch strike. He hasn't recorded a hit. He does have 2 walks and 5 strikeouts to his name. Portland had a heck of a first inning, scoring 4 runs on 5 hits. But Cole Cottom got thrown out at the plate thanks to the outfield assist from Ali Castillo to Jonathan Guzman, and then Jack Conley putting the tag on. Reading went down 1-2-3 in the bottom half as Emmanuel gets a ball and then a called strike on the outside corner. His off-speed pitch, changeup really working for him today as he fools Rangel, and 1-2 the count. This hits the outside corner, a very aggressive punch out by Treziak is strike number 3, and that's the first K of the game here for Emmanuel. As he goes back to the top of the order, he'll see Will Dalton and Cedon Rafaela. Dalton flew out very deep to left center his first time up. I would say probably 2 feet shy of that being a long ball as he takes the first pitch below the knees. Most of everybody in the minor leagues has played a day game today, so we can check around the farm system as all of our teams have finished up. Emmanuel misses inside 2-0. The Phillies fell to the Nationals 9-3. Alec Boehm and Bryson Stott each recorded RBIs. Zach Eflin pitched just 2 innings, leaving early after 5 hits and 4 runs. This is fouled into the Portland dugout, 2-1. So they take 3 of 4 games against the Nationals, which was, a pretty good series.
That's what they
Lehigh Valley.
need. That's what they definitely need to get back into the chase for the top spot in the NL East. Gotta get these in-division series wins.
Battling hard against the Mets and the Braves there. Both of those teams playing really well as Dalton sends this foul into the net back behind home plate. 2-2 the count. Lehigh Valley beat Buffalo 5-2. Derek Hall had his 16th home run of the season and his 17th, which is absolutely incredible. And taking home the win was Oswald. This is a slow roller to short. Jonathan Guzman double pumps on to first. And Emmanuel has really settled down here in the second, getting back-to-back outs. Here's Rafaela. Zach Warren and Jacob Hernandez, if you remember them from last year, each pitched a clean inning. For the Iron Pigs, they used 7 pitchers in a kind of a light bullpen contest.
Wow.
Jersey Shore fell to Aberdeen late in the game. They took an early lead, but they just couldn't hold on to it. A couple of long balls did them in. They fell 7-6. DJ Stewart got a double to his name, and Rickson Wingrove did as well. And Clearwater beat Palm Beach 6-2. This is taken high to right center field. Chris Sharp at the warning track. He bounces into the unique pretzel sign, and he can't keep the ball in his glove. Jalen Ortiz fires it in. Stopping at third is Rafaela. And Portland has a runner 90 feet from home here with 2 outs for Christian Koss. That's going to go in as a triple because the catch was on the run there for Chris Sharp. Kind of ran out of room going into the fence.
That ball just kept carrying and shifting to the right. I was watching it in the air, and this wind has really played a factor here so far in this game. But he was able to, weather it the first inning when they got a fly ball, and he played it perfectly, but just a little unlucky there.
Here's Christian Koss. He's already had a hit and an RBI in the contest as Portland leads 4-0. 2 outs on the board here in the second. Emmanuel looking for a clean frame. He's up to 47 pitches now as Koss fouls back the first one he sees and chases the second one down 0-2. 82 miles an hour on the outside corner. This is the second triple for Rafaela in this contest. Reading leads the series 3-2 over the Portland Sea Dogs. The Red Sox AA affiliate trying to hold on to the momentum from last night as Kent comes inside. 1-2 the count. Comes set, glove at the chest. Now he looks home, gets the sign from Jack Conley. Koss reaches out and gets just a little piece of it to stay alive. The lefty with a runner on third and 2 outs drives this one home off speed, fooling Christian Koss, and he gets him looking to end the frame. Stranding a base runner on third. That'll do it here onto the bottom half. Your Fightin' Phils trail by 4, looking for some offense in just a moment. Well, we knew Gomez was only going to get one, but he really only got one. We are already on to Chris Murphy out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. Rio pitched a quick 1-2-3 in the first, but Reading comes up in the bottom half once again here against the lefty Chris Murphy. We've seen him earlier in the series. Back on Tuesday, Ohapi, Ortiz, and Rijo do up as Logan takes him to center field. Coming over, trying to track the ball down in the sky is Rafaela, and he does. There's out number one. The Fightins trail Portland 4-0 here early on. Nobody up in the bullpen, so maybe we'll see Kent Emanuel for another frame. Trying to make sure his arm is healthy. Here's Jalen Ortiz, who takes a called strike. He got the day off yesterday, so coming in with some fresh muscles, perhaps, I think.
A day off gives him a much needed day of rest, I would say.
1-1. Takes a pitch outside, a wide open stance in the righty batter's box. Everybody back deep. Swing and a miss for strike two. Now on Tuesday's game, Murphy went 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Those runs coming from solo shots off the bat of Logan Ohapi and Jack Conley, as Ortiz stays alive, fouling a pitch back. And there's a ball down and away. Count moves to 2-2. Slices it once again, foul.
I wonder if there's a record for foul balls in this stadium, because we're only in the second inning, and I would say that we could be close to that.
Run out of baseballs at this time.
That's
Sky high, foul ball. A napkin flies onto the field here. That one ends up on the roof. I'll just say long at bats. You're going to see high pitch counts today. Stepping back to 2-2, and Ortiz chases as it breaks down and away. And there's out number 2 in the second. Wendell Rijo coming up. Tough day yesterday, went 0 for 4 with all balls in the air. But if you keep making contact, eventually they're going to drop in or they're going to keep going. Whatever you're looking for. As he takes the first pitch inside, the third baseman Potts playing in. Reed takes a couple steps back. Looks like he's trying to decide where to stand over at first. Now he settles up as Rijo takes a swinging strike. 1-1 the count. Stands are packed today. We've had really good crowds on Sundays here at America's Classic Ballpark. Who wouldn't want to be at a game? Murphy breaks another one by Wendell, and the count moves to 1-2. Rijo 1 for 3 against Murphy in past appearances. His bat shatters, and he's going to drop this in left center. Make that 2 for 4. As Rijo gets on base for the fight and fills here, the first one to do so today. And with 2 outs, Reading got a runner on, and Jonathan Guzman up to bat.
Nice little crack of the bat there. Nice and crisp, but it stayed in the park, unlike some of the other bat-shattering plate appearances we've seen so far this season.
Went right up the third base line, and luckily didn't seem to splinter too much. On the first pitch he sees, Guzman ices it up the third base line, but it's foul. Just looking to move it over a little bit. Now he pulls it the opposite way for strike 2. Rijo leads the team in stolen bases with 8. Gets some information from first base coach Mike Jones as he shuffles off the bag. Lefty Murphy has a good eye on him. Now he comes home. Guzman goes up the middle, ranging over and sliding his Koss from his knees. He makes the force out at second, and that will do it. Reading gets a hit, but they leave a runner on as we head into the top of the third. Portland leads 4-3.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Pedro Castellanos to lead off the Sea Dogs here in the top of the third. They lead the Fightins 4 runs on 6 hits. Kent Emanuel in for his third inning of rehab. Chopped up the middle. Castellanos on the first pitch. He'll get on board. Hudson Potts coming up quickly with a runner on first. And nobody out. Potts walked and scored a run back in the first inning. Emanuel up to 52 pitches here. Nobody in the bullpen for the Fightin' Phils. He's issued 1 ground out, 2 flyouts, and 2 strikeouts so far. First pitch strike to Hudson Potts. Batting 183 on the season. Potts takes a ball inside, steps out. Emanuel without the pitch clock here. You can really feel the difference.
Oh, definitely.
And that's just because he's not used to it. He doesn't have to be. And so he takes his time to walk around the mound every time he gets the ball back. As Potts takes another strike, he can slow down the game to the pace that he wants to play at instead of the pace that is mandated, and certainly has made a sizable difference in our game times, as most of our game times this week have been down in the low 2 hours.
Relatively short.
Potts fouls this back. He'll keep his 1-2 count. I mean, we had our quickest game of the season at 2:09. We had one at 2:10, 2:17. Yesterday was 3:03. That was the longest game, and that was atypical at this point in the season. Portland's actually had 2 games below 2 hours, which we have not had one of those this season.
That's hard to imagine.
It is. It really is. A sky-high pop-up ends up on the roof, and a 1-2 count. That sounds like both teams pitch a no-hitter. Like, to me, a 151 game, like, that's crazy.
That's a 1-run game, a 1-0 game.
Yeah, but you can certainly feel the difference in the pace of play, and I don't think anybody's mad about it.
No, I think it's all right. I think it's a nice change of pace for people who come
It's taking
here all the
away
time.
it's not taking away from the game, as this is sent deep in the hole at short. Guzzi's going to try to turn 2-6-4, and they can't get him at first. But they do get the leading runner. A nice jump throw by the shortstop. Puts out number 1 on the board.
And that's critical to get the lead runner, too. It's much harder for the Sea Dogs to score now on something other than a home run.
Right, and it also keeps a double play an opportunity here.
Absolutely.
Because a couple of ground ball inducing hits from Emmanuel today keeps it in line. Hudson Potts over at first. Tyreek Reed up at the plate. He's 1 for 1. He goes up the middle. Running in is Sharp, but it's going to bounce in front of him. And now they've got that runner back at second with 2 on. 2-hit day for Tyreek Reed. Here's Colt Cottom. And now we'll see somebody warming up in the Arphil's bullpen. Emmanuel hitting 60 pitches. Jack Conley comes out. He gives the signs to his teammates. Steps back behind the plate. With the righty bat, Salgazzo is going to be keeping a close eye on Hudson Potts. We've already seen somebody steal in today's contest. Both runners take a jump off the bag and come back when Cottom takes a called strike.
And I guess the positive is now that you can get an out at any base. So if Wendell gets a ground ball there, he doesn't have to go too far with it.
That force out certainly in play here. As Cottom takes this foul, makes the count 0-2. Portland 4 runs on 8 hits. Reading no runs on 1 hit. We're only in the top of the third here as Emmanuel misses upstairs. 1-2. Talk to some of the players about the pitch clock. I think for the most part, nobody minds it. I think the only situation where it's tough is if you get yourself in a jam, there's no rest. And so you have to be really aware of how you use the mound visits as Cottom fouls it back to stay alive. Because if things are happening quickly, you know, you just have to keep going. You have to keep rolling. You can't take that moment that you might have taken in the past, and that's where you have to strategically use those mound visits if you need a break.
Even to just step off for a second to collect yourself. You really have to do that when the ball's in play.
Right. And you have 18 seconds with a runner on and 14 seconds with nobody on as Emmanuel looks back. Now he comes home. This is taken out to left field. It's going to hang up in the air for Ali Casillo as he tracks it in the wind. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And here is Nick Sogard with 2 runners on.
That's the second long fly out that's been an out that we've seen so far. I can't help but think if the wind wasn't so much of a factor in this, if we would have already seen a long ball here today.
And now manager Sean Williams will come out. Emmanuel's rehab stint is over here at the ballpark, and we will see Tyler McKay in just a moment. We're going to give him a minute to warm up, and we'll be right back, stuck in the top of the third here in Reading.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique vantage point.
Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
The Fightins will call upon Tyler McKay here to finish off the third. There's 2 outs already, but there's 2 runners on. He'll see Nick Sogard from the left side. The righty McKay deals the first pitch swinging strike. McKay has been perfect here since his scoreless debut with the Fightins in 3 appearances. He has not allowed a run across. His last time up, 2 innings of work. No hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. So we'll see if he can keep that momentum in his favor as he misses outside to Sogard, 1-1. His first time coming in, inheriting runners. So a little bit of a higher leverage situation, especially because they're not your own. He looks back at second, and he comes in. Fastball reaching 93 there for 2 balls and 1 strike. There's 2 outs here. It's Potts on second, Reed on first, trying to get out of the third without allowing a run across since Portland already leads 4-0. This misses below the knees, 3-1. There is an open base for Tyler McKay, and he has the number 9 hitter Oscar Ronhell before going back to the top of the order. 3-1 to Sogard is swiftly foul into the stands. The kid with a glove makes a good catch. That's why you always look up. And the count is now full. Portland 4 runs on 8 hits. Reading no runs on 1 hit, only in the third. McKay, a deep breath. The payoff pitch with 2 outs. Getting a piece of it is Sogard. The runners are going. They're going to have to go back. And they'll try again here as McKay trying to get his team back up to bat here. Glove at his chest, looking back. Runners going. The payoff pitch is ball 4. It's outside. And now McKay responsible for a runner on first with the bases loaded. Here's Oscar Ronhell, who's still looking for his first hit in Double-A this season. He's only played in 3 games prior to this one. The final line on Emmanuel not closed here because he is responsible for 2 runners on second and third. McKay's got 2 outs to work with, and Ronhell already struck out looking here. First offering, below the knees, ball 1. It's Potts, Reed, and Sogard left to right across the diamond, respectively. Wind is slowing down just a little bit, still pushing in from left as McKay deals. This is popped up in shallow center. Taking a step back is Jonathan Guzman. He'll make the catch. And McKay comes in, inherits the runners, and strands them on. A clean top of the third, so Reading going to work here in the bottom half, down by 4. Roof Max of West Reading is a safe, easy, proven, and affordable alternative to a complicated and expensive asphalt roof replacement. Roof Max's revolutionary new technology uses natural, plant-based bio-oil to restore shingles' flexibility and instantly add 5 years of life to a roof. And treatment is around 20% of the cost of a complete roof replacement. From homes to commercial complexes, Roof Max of West Reading can help. Visit GetRoofMax.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
Chris Sharp, Sal Gazzo, and Vito Freesia due up in this frame. Your Fightin' Phil's down by 4 runs. Looking to start chipping away at this Portland lead as Chris Murphy in for his second inning of work sends Sharp a ball, and then he fouls one back, 1-1 the count. The final line coming in on Emmanuel, 2 2/3 innings of work, 8 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and they gave him 64 pitches. But I think most importantly was how did he feel? And to that end, I don't know. So hopefully okay. I mean, if you're out there for that many pitches, you probably are feeling okay. Probably, I don't know. We'll have to find out. But Tyler McKay came in, and although he walked a batter, he stranded them with the bases loaded and kept a clean top of the third. So Reading down by 4 here in the bottom half has a chance. The 3-1 to Chris Sharp is ball 4, and Reading's going to start off with a base runner here. Couldn't have drawn up better as Sharp extending his on-base streak now with that walk, getting him on for 11 straight games. Very impressive for Chris Sharp here. As Sal Gazzo comes up, he had a mega day yesterday, 2 hits, leading the team with RBIs coming across, and he'll keep in the number 9 spot. The switch hitter is going to bat from the right side against the lefty Murphy. Shows signs of bunt, but he takes it instead. The infield came in really quick. And we'll see if he keeps the bat on his shoulder or he brings it down again. Murphy's going to throw over to Chris Sharp. He dives back in time. Gazzo putting the bat on his shoulder here. Sharp shuffles off. Sends this foul down the right field line into the netting above the plaza. Murphy, typically a starter, Portland has been doing this thing where if you're the starter that goes twice in a series, on your second start, somebody else will open the game for you. I think that's just kind of to limit innings.
It's an interesting
Gazzo
approach.
takes this into shallow right field all the way back at the wall, and Gazzo a home run! Sal's first of the season is a 2-run shot into the pool. Man, that ball just carried.
It couldn't have come at a better time, too. Cut this lead in half, and now suddenly there's energy in this ballpark. The team's excited, and they're starting to feel like they have a chance here.
Sometimes it just takes one person to shift the momentum. As we watch this back, it just carried, and gone. What a great at-bat for the switch hitter. And here is Vito Freesia now with nobody out. The Fightin's at the top of their order. And they trail by just 2. Freesia takes a first pitch ball and a called strike. Now he holds off at 1 at the feet. Sal has found his rhythm here in these past few games.
Absolutely.
Couple of multi-hit contests.
And it's all been in different ways, too, with a bunt the other day, a double, now a home run.
Well, that's what I love about Sal. He is a utility player, and he knows it. He talked about his role on the team the other day, and he is just playing for the game. As Freesia takes a called strike to end his at-bat, he plays his own game, exactly like you said. If he needs to bunt in a situation, he's going to lay that down. If he's trying to, put something in the outfield to score a run, he's going to do that. And today, lifting a ball into right field, plating 2 runs with 1 out on the board. Here is Jack Conley. Conley got a solo shot against Murphy back on Tuesday. Holds off on a ball upstairs. Murphy 93 miles an hour. Pitch number 30 for the lefty. Reading a tad bit better against lefties. They are 7-5 on the season against when the lefties start the contest. And I know it wasn't Murphy that started it, but it was a lefty, Rio Gomez, so that still counts. As Conley fouls one back. Here's the 1-2. It's a ball 2-2. Payoff pitch is ball 4, and Jack Conley waits out a walk. And Reading's got another runner on first, with just one out for Ollie Castillo.
The birthday boy today.
Speaking of a guy that knows how to play in situations, it's Ollie Castillo. He is well experienced in getting the job done. Got him from AAA 2 days ago. Yesterday was his first contest back with us. Recorded a hit and a walk as he takes the first pitch ball inside. If I go back and see how he's batted, he's 0 for 2 against Murphy. So here's the time to change it, though. He grounds to the left side, and they're able to turn 2 to end the inning. But Reading gets 2 back. A 2-run shot from Salgazzo cuts the lead in half, and on to the 4th we go. A different contest here. We should see Tyler McKay in just a moment.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wild Missing Family Restaurant and Bakery, Squawk Cafe, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, Jersey Mike's Subs, Klinger's Uncle Sonia, and Subway for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Top of the order for the Portland Sea Dogs as Will Dalton comes up to bat against Tyler McKay. McKay came in with 2 runners on and 2 outs in the 3rd. He ended up walking a batter to load the bases, but got out of a jam without any runs scored as Dalton fouls this off his shin. That's got to hurt.
Thankfully, he's got a shin guard on.
Yeah, those Evo shields certainly coming in handy. In the bottom half, a 2-run home run by Salgazzo the opposite way. Puts 2 runs on the board. Now Reading trails by 2. And McKay, who's been clean for the Fightin' Phils, has a ball and a strike here to Will Dalton. Hits him in the shin. First he hits himself, then McKay hits him. And they'll get a runner on first with nobody out to start off this game. To start off this inning, here's Cedon Rafaela, who is 2 for 2 with a double and a triple, so he's halfway through the cycle and he's got the hardest part done. But those were both against Emmanuel, so this is the first time that he'll see McKay here. We did see Tyler back on Thursday night, 2 innings of work, completely clean, getting 2 strikeouts. Pitched the 4th and 5th then, so let me see who he threw against. Saw Rafaela there, got a ground ball out of him then. 2 balls and no strikes here to Cedon, runner on first, and nobody out, top of the 4th here in Baseball Town. This is smoked up the right field line, foul. Everybody else in the system has already finished their contest. They're 2 for 2, so we're kind of the deciding game because the Phillies and the Blue Claws lost, and Lehigh Valley and Clearwater won as McKay ties them up on the inside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So we got to win this game to take an organizational victory today and to take the series against the Sea Dogs.
A lot at stake here.
Runner on first. McKay looking for out number 1. Here's the 2-2. He chases, but comes up with just a little piece of it to stay alive. McKay goes over to first. It would have gotten further away, but it hit the umpire. And it stayed close to Vito Freesia at first. If he wasn't there, that probably would have trickled all the way to the dugout suite.
I think you should go over there and say thank you, first base.
Runner going. Here's the pitch. The throw down from Jack Conley. It's on the wrong side of the base. And the tag by Salgazzo was good, but it's just a heartbeat late. And it does take away the double play for McKay. It puts a runner in scoring position here. And Rafaela with a full count. Here's the payoff pitch, a chopper up the middle. McKay tries to get a glove on it. Here's Gazzo ranging up, and they get him. What a play by Sal to cut in front of the bag, a little spin move on the throw, and he fires it to Freesia, who picks it out, and Rafaela refusing to move off the bag. And the umpire's not even giving him the time of day here. He said, I don't know what you mean, man, you're out.
And he's still out there.
And now, of course, manager Chad Epperson is going to argue. The runner advanced to third. That's Will Dalton over there, but there is one out on the board as Rafaela is going to head back to the dugout. He's chirping and he's ejected. Well, there goes your cycle, my dude.
You were halfway there.
He gets himself ejected. He's not even anywhere. I can't imagine what he must have screamed because he had to be almost 90 feet away from the umpire. And now the first base coach and Epperson is arguing with the home plate umpire, Treziak. And arguing as well as Christian Koss, who is in the circle. And they're going to push Rafaela back to the dugout. He's going to actually have to go back to the clubhouse here because that's what happens when you're ejected, and I'll have to listen to our lovely voices. Epperson still over there arguing, as well as the first base coach, Chris Hess, just listed as coach. Chad Epperson still arguing with the umpire. The first base umpire, Harley Acosta, he's the crew chief. And whatever Rafaela said to him must have been rough because that was the first ejection of the series. And he said it from quite far away. Epperson's going to argue. I mean, he's not going to get the call he's looking for here. And now they lost arguably their best hitter in the lineup this series.
I mean, they're going to be thanking their lucky stars for that they got out to a 4-0 lead to start this game because, like you said, he's been on fire throughout this series. And, you know, they do have some guys waiting on their bench that have also produced in this series, but still, it doesn't make up for your best hitter.
So we'll see who comes in. He's going to have to fill an outfield spot. Runner does advance to third. That's Will Dalton. There is one out, and you got to give credit to Sal Gazzo for that play. That was impressive range for the second baseman.
And he could have easily given up on it because it was very far of a move for him. But credit to him, he saw it all the way out, and even if, you know, the call didn't go his way, he still gave a great effort.
Infield's going to play in with the runner on third. Back-to-back balls here to Christian Koss, who's 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. Of course, his first time seeing Tyler McKay today. One out. Tyler misses downstairs. Portland 4 runs on 8 hits. Reading 2 runs on 2 hits. All of these games I feel like have been very, very competitive. Even if by the end of the game it's not, it's been for the most part. 2 balls and 1 strike. The count here. McKay has got a runner on third. He's not allowed to run here in Double-A so far, trying to keep that scoreless streak. This is taken out to right. It's way deep over the head of Jalen Ortiz. And a stand-up double for Christian Koss does play to run. It's Portland 5, Reading 2. Runner in scoring position here for Pedro Castellanos. I would say we'll either see, we'll probably see Tyler Dearden in for the Sea Dogs. Could be Izzy Wilson, though, taking over in center. We'll have to see how they play that. But first, Reading's going to have to get out of this top of the 4th. McKay gets a first pitch strike to the righty Castellanos. So he sets up with his bat above his shoulder, and then he loads as he brings it down to his chest, trying to use his power from his core. But he takes a ball 1-1. This is sent sky high foul into the stands. 1-2. Portland is on a 2-week road trip, so they're going to head to Richmond after this series and play against the best team in the other division. And Reading is going to travel to Binghamton and play the worst team in our division, the Northeast Division. And there's a swinging strike for Pedro Castellanos. He checked it and he goes around. And McKay picks up a huge out, number 2. Here with a runner in scoring position, it's Hudson Potts. Potts is 0 for 1 today. Did reach and score on a walk back in the first. First pitch sent foul. Portland has scored 1 run in this frame. They lead 5-2. When Reading comes back to bat, they'll have the heart of their order, Ohapi, Ortiz, and Rijo due up in the bottom half as Tyler comes outside. Reading is warming up an arm in their bullpen here. McKay up to 30 pitches. He steps off, thinks about coming to second. There's nobody there to throw it to. Make sure that Christian Koss isn't taking too big of a lead. Here's a 1-1 to Potts, a called strike outside, and suddenly McKay a strike away from getting out of this frame. Sets up, glove of the chest, out of the stretch, he'll go. Chopped over to short, deep in the hole, Jonathan Guzman, a perfect bullet to first, and that'll do it. 1 run does score for the Portland Sea Dogs. They lead 5-2, but on to the bottom half we go. Reading due up in just a moment. White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the R-Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other R-Phils fans, see an R-Phils road game, meet with an R-Phils player, and see 2 Philadelphia Phillies road games. The White Star R-Phils fan road trip visits Erie and Pittsburgh, Thursday, July 28th through Sunday, July 31st. You see the R-Phils at Erie, meet with an R-Phils player or coach, then head to Pittsburgh for a tour of the city, including the Incline, and a ride on the Yankee Clipper riverboat. You will attend 2 Phillies games versus the Pirates on Friday and Saturday, before traveling home Sunday with a stop at the Flight 93 National Memorial. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star R-Phils fan road trip to Erie and Pittsburgh. Space is very limited. Sign up today.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Well, my guess was correct. It's Tyler Dearden who takes over in center field for the ejected Sadon Rafaela. And he'll play against Logan Ohapi, Jalen Ortiz, and Wendell Riho. Ortiz takes a first pitch strike against Ohapi takes a first pitch strike against the lefty Murphy. Fouls one back. He had a home run against Murphy on Tuesday. 4 for 6. Here's the 0-2 inside. Wind picking up again. It's pretty stiff in that flag out in center field. Murphy hitting 93 with his fastball. Here's a 1-2. Logan stays alive with a foul ball back. There's ball 2 outside. And Dearden actually had left Will Dalton coming over to center. As Ohapi fouls it back to stay alive. So Dearden in left, Dalton in center, and Castellanos in right. That's the only shift here for the Sea Dogs. As Ohapi battling against Chris Murphy, the 2-2. Pokes it the opposite way, right into the glove of Tyreek Reed, though. Just a little blooper. Ends up at the first baseman's feet for out number 1. And here's Jalen Ortiz. Jalen loads, but holds off on a ball way outside. There's bat boy Briar Henson, son of the hitting coach Tyler, coming to get that ball back behind the plate. Pretty swift running there. Ortiz a swinging strike, 1-1 the count. These two teams neck and neck in the northeast side of the Eastern League. Reading 27-35, Portland 26-36 as we head into the halfway point of this season, which is June 26, so less than 10 days to go before we reset. As Ortiz takes the ball 2-2 the count. Winner of the first half of the Northeast will play the winner of the second half of the Northeast, and likewise in the Southwest Division. And then those two winners will square off and play in the championship round at the end of the season. And the reason that they do it in halves is because sometimes the rosters are so completely different, as Jalen takes 2-2 upstairs, and now the count is full with movement after the trade deadline, with movement after the All-Star break. A lot of these rosters can be just completely different, and so that's why they give teams the opportunity to reset, start over, and we'll see where the second half takes us as Ortiz goes down swinging. Piece of it falls into the glove of Cole Cottom, and there's 2 outs in the 4th. Here's Wendell Riho. He's 1 for 1 today. Father's Day game here at the ballpark. Quite a number of fathers on the team. Of course, James MacArthur. His daughter Lenny's running around at the ballpark. Jonathan Guzman, who's in the on-deck circle, he's got a child. Efredi Gomez has a daughter. Kevin Vicuña has a son. Aldrim Corridor has 2 kids. And then all of the coaching staff as well. The 0-1 to Wendell Riho outside, 1-1.
And it's so fun to see them interacting with each other, like on the baseball field. Kevin's son has been here the entire week, and they're always going out to play catch, or he's tossing him some balls.
Riho takes outside, 2-1. Yeah, it's nice to see them be dads out there, and what a cool way for the kids to grow up. sure it's difficult being so far apart a lot of the time as Riho takes a hack and sends it into the stand 2-2, but nice that they get to spend a week here at home.
Second straight week, too.
Yeah, the 2 weeks at home, I think, makes it easy for families to visit. A lot of people have had their families in town. As Riho goes down on strikes, a quick 1-2-3 for the Fightins in the bottom of the 4th. To the 5th we go. Portland leads 5-2.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
The time has come for businesses to grow, to prosper, to innovate, to succeed. Tompkins Vist Bank continues to be a leading lender to companies in southeastern Pennsylvania. We make decisions locally and invest locally so local businesses can thrive. Call a business advisor today and see how we can help your business grow. Tompkins Vist Bank, locally focused, a world of possibilities. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And the kids' party is getting underway right now at Tompkins Plaza.
A call to the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen here for the top of the 5th inning. Portland leads 5-2, and Reading will call upon Matt Seelinger here to see Tyreek Reed, Cole Cottom, and Nick Sogar. Tyler McKay's final line, an inning and a third, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout on 32 pitches. Seelinger comes out for the second time this series, takes a step back, and gets a first pitch strike. We saw Seelinger back on Thursday, 2 innings of work, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts on 35 pitches, so hopefully 2 clean frames here today to keep the Fightins in this game. The Sea Dogs have already had 9 hits, Reading just 2, but it's still a tight contest, only a 3-run ball game as we approach the midway point. Seelinger stands tall. Here's the 1-1, and it's below the knees to Tyreek Reed, who's already had a multi-hit contest.
And as we saw, this game could change momentum with 1 swing of the bat.
It's really all it takes sometimes, especially with this ginormous home crowd. I mean, to have that in your favor as well. Reed pops it foul into the net, and the count is 2-2. Time is called. Stepping out is Tyreek Reed, fixing his batting gloves. And he'll dig his right foot in the righty batter's box. Seelinger looking for out number 1 here. In the top of the 5th, gets the sign he likes from Jack Conley back behind the plate. Takes a step back, the 2-2, in some velocity, but it's just below the knees, hitting 94 with the fastball. And the count is full. Fly ball out to right field. It's coming hot. Jalen Ortiz at the wall, and there's nothing he can do as it rides over the fence. A long ball for Tyreek Reed. Puts the Sea Dogs up 6-2 here. Things are carrying down into right. That's Reed's 3rd home run of the season. Here's Cole Cottom as Sealander looks for his first out of the contest. He had a full count there to Reed, who's had a 3-hit game, coming off yesterday's 4-hit game. And Cottom punches this foul. Off day tomorrow. Guys will get a rest here in Baseball Town before we head to play the AA Mets in Binghamton. This is sent down the first base line. It's foul. Coming over is Vito Frecia. He's going to run out of room as it hits the right field grandstand. Phillies have an off day as well tomorrow after taking the series from the National. They did fall today 9-3. So that means the entire organization doesn't play tomorrow. Cottom takes a ball below the knees, 1-2 the count. Righty-righty matchup here. Sealander looking for his first out of the inning. There's one outside. Portland 6 runs on 10 hits. Reading 2 runs on 2 hits. It's back-to-back games where the Sea Dogs have had double-digit hits. Infield, outfield, back deep. Here's a 2-2. And it's sent foul, will go again.
I think the wind, though, at least for the fans, it would be a lot hotter in here if it wasn't for that breeze. So there's one positive. But it really has affected the game so far, as we've seen.
Glove of the chest for Sealander. Once again, comes home. This time he gets the strikeout, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Puts one on the board. And here is Nick Sogard as they'll see the 8 and 9 hitters and try to retire them without going back to the top of the order. The Fightin' Phils are 2-3 in the hot dog jerseys this season, but they are 5-0 when playing in non-Reading Fightin' Phil uniforms against the Portland Sea Dogs. When they play as an alternate identity or a specialty jersey. So they won on Tuesday when we wore the military appreciation. They won on Friday when we were the luchadores. And we'll see if they can tough it out in the hot dogs today as Sogard chops this foul for strike number 1. Eight and 7 in the month of June. Played a lot better in May than April, so looking to just get better month by month, and that's really all you can do is just try to settle in. 48 different players have been in a Fightin's uniform this season, with Kent Emanuel joining us today.
Wow.
A lot of roster moves, a lot of injuries, a couple rehabbers. Here's the 1-1. A foul ball by Sogard hits the Phil's dugout, and now it's 1-2. Let's find some other fun stats here.
I guess this is our third rehab person that we've had here.
We had Ryan Sheriff.
And Mickey Moniak.
And we had Mickey Moniak. Here's the 1-2. It's above the letters. And now it's 2-2. The shortest home game, 9-inning time, was 2:09. The longest home game time, 3:38. But that was in April, so it's like that was the cold's fault. Ground ball, right side. Salgazzo ranges over. He fires to first, and there is out number 2 here for Oscar Rangel. And he's 0 for 2 in today's contest, still looking for his first AA hit. Largest crowd at the ballpark, 9,528. That was versus Binghamton on one of our 11 a.m. games. That was awesome crowd. I think we've got to get close here tonight. I have to imagine this is definitely up past 8,000. We'll have to see as the pitch comes above the head of Ron Hell for ball one. But they'll tell us in a little bit what the official attendance is, but it's got to be pretty high.
I mean, both grandstands are full, pretty full here in the main one in front of us. The deck is popping. The pool has a good amount of people in it.
Yeah, when the group areas are full, that's certainly a good sign. Here's the 1-0 outside, 2-0. Seelinger fighting here. Pitch number 19 of the at-bat. Waiting on deck, Will Dalton. Represents the top of the order. Chopped up the middle. Salgazzo, another good play over to first. Man, the range of Salgazzo in the field is unmatched. The third amazing defensive play ends the inning. A clean frame for Matt Seelinger, and he allows a solo home run that makes it 6-2, but then sets down the order. And on to the bottom half we go. We'll be right back. Reading's got some work to do.
There you are in the great wide open when you hear it. Dinner time. When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if they try, that's what Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable SUVs with available all-wheel drive is for. The Telluride, Sorento, Sportage, and Seltos are how you know we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Visit kia.com for details. Always drive safely.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is...
Bottom of the 5th, Reading's got some work to do here as they trail 6-2 to the Portland Sea Dogs. Well, they'll have Jonathan Guzman, Chris Sharp, and Sal Gazzo, who account for all of the runs that Reading has scored today. Sal's first home run of the season. Guzzi looking to get on. He sends his first pitch foul into the right field grandstand. Nope, a little past that into the plaza. Lots of fun stuff going on in the plaza these days. We've always got a pre- and post-game concert going on, depending on the theme. Mascot band playing there as well. A kids show during the game. Picnic tables.
There's always mascots out there in the
Funland. Everything is there. Guzman rips this up the third baseline. It's going to go all the way to the corner. The speedster coming for 2 and having a hard time fielding this. Dearden, he's going to take third. Here's the play. He dives in safely. A triple for Jonathan Guzman. Trying to catch his breath over there. Man, he turned on the Jets. If you're down and you want to start an inning off hot, that's how you do it. You get yourself on third base. Here is Chris Sharp, who walked and scored a run his first time up. Just trying to get home Jonathan Guzman. He tries to hold up his swing, but he gets a piece of it. And it was about an inch away from staying fair up the first base line. It rolls foul, probably for the best there, because it would have been an easy play for Tyreek Reed. He didn't mean to connect. He was trying to hold up his swing. So here's the 0-1 for Chris Sharp. He takes it out to right field. On the run is Castellanos. Right in front of the pool, he makes the catch, and Guzman is going to tag up and score. Doesn't even throw it in. And Chris Sharp, a sacrifice fly, creates Reading's third run of the game, and they cut Portland's lead in half. And that is well played by Chris Sharp. I mean, obviously you're looking for a hit, but mainly you're looking for a run. And he got the job done with that sacrifice fly. And now there's one out here for Sal Gazzo, who's already had 2 RBIs under his belt with that home run back in the third. Portland 6 runs on 10 hits. Reading 3 runs on 3 hits. Gazzo batting from the right side against the lefty Murphy. Takes back-to-back balls and then fouls one up. Of course, Murphy is going to be a little bit more careful this time, I would think. Sal takes a breaking ball as a strike at the knees, and the count moves 2-2. Down and away, and the count is full here. Sal working to get on before we go back to the top of the order with Vito Fresia. It's been the bottom half of the lineup today for Reading, and Alexis, you were talking about how yesterday it was all the bottom half as Gazzo misses a fastball down on strikes. There's out number 2 as we go to the top of the order with Vito Fresia. So hoping for this first half to join the contest. Fresia 0 for 2 today. Fresia connects on the first pitch he sees. He takes it into right field. I was going to say he loves the opposite way. And he gets out there in right, and that will do it. But Reading does play to run. A sacrifice fly from Chris Sharp drives home Guzman after a triple. It's Portland 6, Reading 3, as we head to the 6th inning here in Baseball Town.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular season tickets are $31 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
For top-flight local jobs, go with who you know. J.P. Mascaro & Sons, a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands brought on by the pandemic, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at Highline Merchandising.
For the Sea Dogs, center fielder number 15, Will Fulton.
Reading plated a run on a sacrifice fly by Chris Sharp to shore Jonathan Guzman after his triple. And Will Dalton's going to lead this off with an extra base hit, as he's going to take 2, and the Fightin' Phils defense has trouble picking it up. He's going to take 3. Wow. You don't see that too often. Back-to-back triples to lead off back-to-back frames. Reading trails 6-3 here to the Portland Sea Dogs. And they didn't even let me say that Braden Zarbniski comes in for Matt Seelinger, who allowed 1 home run, and that was it. Zarb going to have to pitch around a leadoff triple here in the top of the order, the first time that Tyler Dearden comes up to bat since he came in defensively for the ejected Rafaela, and he sends a first pitch foul. Rafaela ejected, arguing a call with Harley Acosta at first, saying that he was safe when Acosta called him out. Dearden sends another one foul, and now he's down 0-2. Reading's 4th pitcher of the game. We knew it was going to be more of a bullpen contest today. And high heat from Braden Zarbniski, 94 from the righty. Sends down Dearden on 3 straight pitches, and there's out number 1 here for Christian Koss with a runner on third. Reading just got to run back. So try not to give it up. The infield's going to play in here. They're going to go for the out at home. Zarb gets him to foul it back there, strike 1. Nobody warming up for the Portland Sea Dogs, so it looks like they'll keep Chris Murphy in for the time being. I mean, he is a starter, so he could certainly get them deep. Another foul ball for Christian Koss, and this is looking eerily similar to the prior at-bat. Now we just need a high fastball for strike 3. I'm willing it into existence here. Here's the 0-2. It's a high fastball, but he doesn't chase. 1-2 the count. Infield on the grass edge. Here's the 1-2 by Braden Zarbniski. It's up and outside. And the count moves to 2-2. Zarbniski has been 10 of 17 in scoreless appearances. As the 2-2 gets fouled back, we'll go again. That means that 59% of the time he comes in, he's scoreless, which is solid. Which is very solid. Last time, 2 innings of clean work, 1 hit, or no hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeouts as he checks his swing, but he doesn't go around. And now the count is full, and that was against the Portland Sea Dogs, so has had success against this AA Red Sox team. One out on the board, runner on third. Zarbniski looking, getting the sign from Jack Conley. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's in the dirt. Conley keeps it in front of him. That's ball 4. And I think the infield's going to come back. We'll have to see if they play close to try to get the run at the plate, or they look for perhaps a double play ball with the runner on first here. That's the 3rd time Koss has been on tonight, a single, double, and a walk. Here's Pedro Castellanos. He's 1 for 3 today. He takes a first pitch strike. So the middle infielders are going to back up. Vito Friesel will hold on Christian Koss if he gets to second. And he might try because he has 7 stolen bases this season. We'll have to see what Jack does since there's a runner on third. This is a line drive right to Vito Friesel. Can they double him up at first? They do. And that was right to Wendell Rijo at third, and then he threw to Vito Freesia. So it went 5-3 double play in your scorebooks. A heck of a frame by Braden Zarbniski. And he gets out of it clean, keeping his team in it after a lead-off triple. What an inning by Zarbniski to get that double play, and Wendell Rijo over at third. On to the bottom half, your Fightin' Phils down by 3.
There you are in the great wide open when you hear it. Dinner time. When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if they try, that's what Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable SUVs with available all-wheel drive is for. The Telluride, Sorento, Sportage, and Seltos are how you know we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Visit kia.com for details. Always drive safely.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
And a line drive right from Jack Conley to their third baseman puts out number 1 on the board in the bottom half. Well struck by Jack, just unfortunate that Hudson Potts was standing right there. Here is Ollie Castillo. He takes the first pitch strike. Chris Murphy still in this ball game. 4 innings, 67 pitches coming into this frame. Portland leads 6 runs on 11 hits. Reading 3 runs on 3 hits. Whoops, forgot to get out of the looping curveball. Doesn't quite make it into the zone, and now it's 1-1. This is sent deep to right field. On the run back is Castellanos at the wall, and he robs Ollie Castillo of a long ball. There's out number 2 for the Fightin' Phils here as Logan O'Hoppe comes up 0 for 2 in today's contest. Logan takes a pitch inside, ball 1. Makes contact, tries to run it out. It's in an awkward place. Tyreek Reed flips it to the pitcher, but he can't keep it in his glove. He says, my bad there. And safe at first is O'Hoppe.
Right fielder number 13.
He tried to hold up his swing, realizes he made contact, hustles out of the box, and it was a good flip by Reed. But he can't keep it in his glove, and Logan trying to rally here. With 2 outs, he gets himself safe on first for Jalen Ortiz. And thanks to our official scorer telling me the ruling, a base hit here. As Jalen 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts, takes the first pitch ball. Chris Murphy deals inside. Good snag out of the air by Cole Cottom. Shuffling off the bag is Logan. He's had 5 stolen bases this season. Jalen lines this into left. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Reading back-to-back hits here, rallying in the 6th. 2 runners on, 2 outs for Wendell Rijo. And now there's going to be a visit at the mound as Lance Carter comes out. The entire infield is going to come in. Nobody throwing in Portland's bullpen. There is some milling about, some light stretching. Wendell Rijo is 1 for 2 today, but Reading an opportunity to get back in this ball game. They only trail by 3, so they're by no means really out of it as of yet. We're only in the 6th, so still plenty of ball left. But the crowd is electric here today. They're providing the energy. We don't have post-game fireworks, so we're looking for them on the field today. And Rijo, a big opportunity with 2 on and 2 out. Got some good base runners too, in Ohapi at second and Ortiz at first. Meeting at the mound is over. Lance Carter back in the dugout. And Jonathan Guzman in the on-deck circle. Rijo digs his right foot in. Was working in the batting cages earlier with hitting coach Tyler Henson. See if he can bring that knowledge in today. Takes a first pitch ball below the knees. Sends this the opposite way, foul, 1-1. Out of the stretch here, Murphy looks back at second. Now he comes home. Rijo takes this deep to left center field. On the run over is Dearden, and he makes the grab, and that will do it to end the bottom of the 6th. The wind really stuck that up in the sky, and the Fightin' Phils can't get it across. They strand 2 runners on, and into the top of the 7th we go here. Portland leading 6-3. Billy Sullivan raises his arms to stretch before he steps on the rubber here out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen taking over for Braden Zarbniski, who allowed just 1 hit and a walk in his clean inning, striking out a batter 13 pitches to put up a 0 in the 6th. Reading tried to attack in the bottom half, but they couldn't bring a runner across, so they trail 6-3 to the Portland Sea Dogs. Sullivan sees Hudson Potts back-to-back balls to start things off. It's Potts, Reed, and Cole Cottom due up here in the top of the 7th. Down and away, 3-0 here for Billy Sullivan. Saw him once before in this series. 1 inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walk, and 2 strikeouts on 26 pitches. And now he hits the strike zone. 3-1, 95 out of Billy Sullivan. Very high velocity this season. Comes set at the chest, out of the stretch, and just below the knees, ball 4. Heading down to first is Hudson Potts on a walk. And here is Tyreek Reed, who is 3 for 3, a pair of base knocks and a home run. Come up with a runner on and nobody out. The righty deals inside. 1-0. Cooled off a little bit. Sun back behind the roof. And the wind still up, pushing inside from left field as Sullivan hits the strike zone with his 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Looks over at the runner on first. Glove at the chest. Ripped foul by Tyreek Reed. That is well out of the stadium. You parked your car down the first baseline. Beware. I mean, I continually park over there. But I don't want to walk. Sullivan gets the sign from Jack Conley back behind the plate. Time is called by Tyreek Reed. He's going to step out. Sullivan, glove at the chest. Runner on first. Here's the 1-2. Another foul ball back by Reed. We talked about this a little bit, but all of the Phillies affiliates have played today. The Big Phils fell to the Washington Nationals, and the Jersey Shore Blue Claws fell to the Ironbirds. But Lehigh and Clearwater won their contest, so the organization is 2-2 on the day. As Reed gets just a little piece of it to stay alive. The Fightin' Phils trying to take home the affiliate victory title. They're down 6-3 in the top of the 7th here. One of just a couple of minor league teams to play a night game on Sunday. Reed pumps this foul again. Sullivan fighting off Tyreek Reed. The 1-2 taken out to left center field. Racing over is Ali Castillo at the wall. It bounces off. He's going to fire it in. And a stand-up double by Tyreek Reed puts Hudson Potts on third, and a traffic jam on the base pass here as Portland sees another 4-hit game out of Tyreek Reed. And here is Cole Cottom. Infield takes a couple steps in, gets a swinging strike out of Cottom. 0-1. Sullivan has pitched around a jam before. looking to do so here in the top of the 7th. Portland already has 12 hits here. This is fouled into right field. 0-2. Sullivan looks for his first out here. He leans over, gets the sign from Jack Conley. With 2 in scoring position, here's the 0-2 in the dirt. Good block by Jack. And Cottom stays alive. He's 1 for 3 today. He had a base hit in the first, but was caught trying to take home. Then flew out to left and struck out swinging. First time seeing Sullivan today. A little bit behind the pitch, but gets a piece of it. Keep his 1-2 count. Crowd enjoying a beautiful night as the sun begins to set here at the ballpark, back beyond the wall. I mean, it's not going to be fully dark, but create some shadows across the field of play. Here's the 1-2. Out to center field. It's shallow. Sharp racing in. He dives for it, and he can't make the grab. He laid himself out, and he just can't come up with it. Portland will score their 7th run of the game. Runners on first and second here for Nick Sogard, and nobody out. From the left side, here's Sogard. He's 1 for 2 today with a double, an RBI, a run, and a walk. As Sullivan misses outside, 1-1. A lot of people here to have catch on the field with Dad and their family post-game. I'm one of those people, my dad and my sister out in the crowd today. Looking forward to joining them on the field after the game. Here's the 1-1 to Sogard. Sullivan pumping his legs. Look back at second, now he comes home. A good frame by Jack Conley. They just don't get the call on the outside corner. And now it's 2-1. Ground ball right side. Sal to Jonathan. On to first. A good pick in the dirt by Freesia, but they don't get him. A fielder's choice gets 1 out on the board. Tyreek Reed heads to third, and there's runners on the corners with 1 away. Here's Oscar Ronhell, who's 0 for 3 today. There's a first pitch ball. Reed at third, Sogard at first. Sullivan checks on him quickly. McKinley Moore up and warming for the Fightins now. The 1-0 pop up that drops in center field. Ronhell gets his first double-A hit, and he drives in a run. It's 8-3. Shifting to second is Sogard. And now the Sea Dogs have plated runs in 4 of 7 innings today. Back to the top of the order with Will Dalton. 2 on and 1 out, and we'll see a visit from the pitching coach, Matt Hockenberry here, the catcher, Jack Conley, coming in. Tomorrow's an off day for the Fightin' Phils before we travel to Binghamton to face the Double-A Mets at the Rumble Ponies Stadium in Binghamton, New York. I think it'll be just over 3 hours on the bus. It'll be a competitive series. Binghamton last in the northeast side of the Eastern League. Fightin' Phils 2 spots ahead of them. Portland sandwiched in between. Will Dalton up at the plate with 2 on and 1 out. Sullivan sends a wild pitch to Jack Conley, and he can't find it. Coming around and trying to score. The play at the plate, and they don't get him. It's going to go in as a wild pitch. Crowd not happy with that call, but it wasn't a forced play, so Billy had to put the tag on him. Portland leads 9-3. Getting all the way to third is Oscar Rangel. And Sullivan misses outside. 2-0. Infield coming in. They're on that grass edge. McKinley Moore out warming for Reading. Checks his swing, and he does go around. Big hack as Sullivan goes off speed. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Will Dalton looking for out number 2. After the game today, Philadelphia optioned Michael Kelly back to Lehigh Valley. So we'll see what moves they have in store for their bullpen as Dalton stays alive, fouling this up the third base side. Sun peeking through the clouds here. Shadows on the field starting to trickle off from left to right. Billy misses outside, and the count is now full. Runner on third. The payoff pitch is chased by Will Dalton. Some high heat, 95 out of Billy Sullivan. And there is out number 2 on the board as Tyler Dearden comes up for the second time today. He's 0 for 1. Came into the game for Cedon Rafaela. And Sullivan looking for out number 3 with a runner on third. Gets a fastball upstairs for a swinging strike. Portland leads 9 runs on 14 hits. Reading 3 runs on 5 hits. The most runs a pitching staff has allowed per game is 14. The most hits a pitching staff has allowed per game is 17. That was against Binghamton on May 29th. A ball and a strike. Sullivan kicks and fires, goes with the fastball again for a swinging strike. And he's got 1 more to get out of the top of the 7th here. 3 runs have already scored for the Portland Sea Dogs. In this frame, they lead 9-3 when Reading comes back up to bat after the stretch time. They'll have Guzman, Sharp, and Gazzo. This is bumped foul into the net behind home plate. Another foul ball over the Portland Sea Dogs dugout. Down and away goes Sullivan. Missing outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs on the board. Runner on third. That is Oscar Ronhell. Tyler Dearden up at the plate for the second time today. Looks like Reading will see somebody out of the Sea Dogs bullpen when they come to bat in the bottom half. But first, we've got to get there, and we do. A swinging strikeout for Billy Sullivan. Dearden goes down on back-to-back Ks. That will end the inning, but 3 score for the Portland Sea Dogs on 3 hits. They lead 9-3. Stretch time here at the ballpark. Let's take a break, and we'll be back for the bottom half in a few minutes.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, J.P. Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's J.P. Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. J.P. Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Berks Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Berks Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Lidl is a normal grocery store with aisles and shelves and high-quality groceries. But only Lidl has really low prices, like so low they're too good to be true. But true. Lidl, suspiciously low-priced groceries.
Nunemaker, please go to the customer service booth in the plaza. Matthew Nunemaker to the customer service booth. Thank you. Now batting for the Hot Dogs, the shortstop number 4, Jonathan Guzman.
Reading looking to put some action on the board here in the bottom of the 7th inning. They'll send Jonathan Guzman, Chris Sharp, and Sal Gazzo up to bat here as Portland makes a call to the bullpen. Chris Murphy hands it over to Dylan Spakey. Comes out of the Alvernia University bullpen here for the bottom of the 7th. Portland tacked on 3 more in the top half. They lead 9-3 over the Fightin' Phils as Guzman takes the first pitch strike. Saw Spakey earlier in the series. He pitched just a third of an inning. He had trouble getting out of it. 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout on 21 pitches. So we'll see what Guzzi can do against him as he takes a foul ball back. 1-2 the count. Great stretch time at the ballpark. Guzzi takes a called strike 3 on the outside corner, and he knows it. He heads back into the dugout without number 1 here for Chris Sharp. Bat on his shoulder, Chris Sharp has had a walk and a sacrifice fly in today's contest. Takes a first pitch ball and then a second one below the knees. There's 3 straight balls. Sharp waiting out a walk here with the count. I don't think he's going to swing, but we'll have to wait and see. And there's ball 4 On 4 straight pitches, Chris Sharp takes first on a free pass for the second time today, and here is Sal Gazzo. Gazzo 1 for 2 with a home run into right field. The switch hitter is going to bat from the left side for the first time today. Takes the first pitch ball from the righty Spakey. Spakey into this game with a 4.97 ERA. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Reading trails by 6. There's a called strike at the knees to Sal. Sounds like somebody has a trumpet in the crowd. Here's the 1-1 outside. 2-1. I wonder if it's a mascot. No, it's somebody actually has a horn. I wonder if those noisemakers are allowed or not. He's using it. Here's the 2-1 to Sal as the crowd cheers. Back to the pitcher. They're going to try to turn 2. 1-6-3. And that will end the 7th. As we go into the 8th, Portland leads 9-3. McKinley Moore coming out in just a moment.
Gear up for Fightin' Phil's season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phil's team store at FirstEnergy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phil's hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear. Plus, throwback, black, R-Train, R-Phil's attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The sound of an ice-cold Corona is music to my ears. Oh, run that back. Dope. Now drop that beat. And hit me with the hook, player. Hey, whatever you do with your fine life, just do you, player. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
McKinley Moore comes in for the... Nope, that is Jack Perkins. Wow. Jack Perkins comes in for the top of the 8th. I said that, and then I looked at the field, and that is definitely Jack. And he'll come in for the top of the 8th inning. He'll see Christian Koss, Pedro Castellanos, and Hudson Potts. Trying to put up a 0 on the scoreboard to keep his team in this game. They trail by 6 runs here in the top of the 8th. Sends a first pitch ball to Koss, a second one outside. Christian's been on 3 times today, a single, a double, and a walk. Righty hits the outside part of the plate, 2-1. Okay, so let me describe this noisemaker to you. Have you ever seen those tools that they use now where you can water your Christmas tree without bending over? As Perkins hits the strike zone, a swinging strike, 2-2. Like, you put this little, like, pipe, this long plastic tube that has like a wider top, and that way you can pour the water down. As this is lined into left, racing over is Ollie Castillo. He makes the play on the run. That's exactly what it looks like. And whether or not it's allowed, I think someone's got to take it from this guy because it's annoying. There's out number 1 here in the 8th for Pedro Castellanos. They're going to tell him no. They're telling him no. Castellanos takes the first pitch strike. Perkins shoving it. He deals upstairs. 1-1. The lights have come on at the ballpark. Shadows start to trickle across the field, left to right. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't impact the field of play as Pedro fouls it back, down 1-2. It's an adult doing it. Like, very interesting. I don't know. To each their own, I guess. Here's a 1-2 by Jack. Chasing is Castellanos, but he holds up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sky high pop-up. Salgazzo coming back. He calls off everybody. And he makes the catch, a step into the outfield. There's 2 for Jack Perkins. And here's Hudson Potts.
Third baseman number 11, Hudson Potts.
Potts has walked twice today, otherwise 0 for 2. Inside. Fly ball is fouled back, and Perkins working quickly through these batters, trying to get Hudson Potts down. He's got him 1-2 here, looking for the first 1-2-3 inning of the frame. Here in the top of the 8th. And now the count: 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board. Jack deals up the middle, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. Chris Sharp ranging over. And the Sea Dogs get 1 runner on for Tyreek Reed with 2 outs. Perkins gives a look over at first. And he comes home for a called strike, going off speed. Portland has scored early and often in today's game, 4 out of 7 innings so far. Perkins looking to put up a 0 here in the top of the 8th. He's got a runner on and 2 outs. Here's the 0-1. Now it's 0-2 to Tyreek Reed. He's 4 for 4 today. Nobody sent him back to the dugout yet. Can it be Jack Perkins? It can. It definitely can. Reed takes a second. He's going to step out of the box, adjust his batting gloves. Bat on his shoulder, runner on first, 2 outs. Looks down. Gets the sign from Jack. Here's the 0-2 in the dirt. Reed doesn't chase, a ball and 2 strikes. Over on first, Hudson Potts. He shuffles off the bag with 2 outs. Righty on righty matchup. Here's the 1-2. And Reed gets a piece of it, fouling it back. We'll go again. Reed taps his bat across the plate, puts it on his shoulder. The righty loads. Perkins deals a swing and a miss, and he does it. He sends Reed back to the dugout for the first time tonight. And he puts up a clean frame in the top of the 8th. To the bottom half we go. We'll be right back here in just a moment as we enter the bottom half, Reading down by 6. Bottom of the 8th inning, as Jack Perkins put up a clean frame in the top half. Your Fightin' Phils trail by 6. If they're going to try to come back, they're going to come back. Right now, as we have the top of the order, in Vito Freesia, Jack Conley, and Ollie Castillo, and a call to the bullpen for the Sea Dogs as Zach Bryant comes over for Dylan Spakey. Spakey leans over, gets the sign from his catcher. Here's the 1-1 to Vito. He takes a ball outside, 2-1. Sun beginning to set here at the ballpark. I think we still got another hour of light left as we come into the longest day of the year, the summer solstice coming up. Here's the 2-1 inside. Vito bumps back. 3-1. Jack Conley in the on-deck circle. Ollie Castillo in the hole. The bottom of the lineup has done the work for the Fightin' Phils today. And Vito will take ball 4, so get himself on, and that's a good way to start this off. Here's Jack Conley. He's been on with a walk himself, otherwise 0 for 2. Had a really hard hit line drive to third his last time up. It was just unlucky, but if you keep putting in play like that, it's going to drop in. He's more than capable of doing some damage. He lines it again. This time it's got a little bit more on it. It's right to the left fielder. And there's out number 1. Freesia has to stay at first for Ollie Castillo. Ollie 0 for 3 today on his birthday. You just want him to get a hit. Had a very well-struck ball into right. It was about maybe 2 feet away from going over into the pool area. Long ball not really his game. A lot of singles, a lot of doubles. Short and sweet. But he gets the job done. Leads the team in sacrifice flies as well. Takes a 2-0 count. Wide open stance to the righty Spakey from the first base side of the rubber. Runner on first and 1 out. There's ball number 3. Portland 9 runs on 15 hits. Reading 3 runs on 5 hits. Nobody up in the bullpen, so Jack Perkins should get the 9th, and I would think so. He can handle a little bit more work than your average reliever. There's a called strike on the outside corner, 3-1. Kind of knew Castillo wasn't going to swing at that. Freesia shuffles off the bag at first. Bryant doesn't really seem concerned about him. Try to protect his face as Castillo as he moves his hands. And the end of the bat comes in contact with the ball, and that does count. So the count moves to 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. It's ball 4. And it gets well past the catcher, but Freesia's going to stay at second. Redding's got something brewing here. 2 on. And just 1 out here for the designated hitter, Logan O'Hoppe. 1 for 3 today. Both base runners free passes. And we'll see if Logan could do some damage here for the Fightin' Phils. Trail by 6 here with just 5 outs left to go in this ball game. There's a first pitch strike. Leaning over is Brian. Now he looks back at second. The 0-1 is pumped foul. And now it's 0-2. Saw Bryant once before in this series, a clean inning of work in 12 pitches. Doesn't have a clean inning here. He hasn't allowed any damage across, but he does have 2 runners on and just 1 out. Ohapi moves his bat above his right shoulder. Loads on his right side, takes this out to center field. It hangs up in the sky for Will Dalton, and he makes the catch, nobody able to tag. Crowd wanted that, but unfortunately it's a long out, number 2. And here is Jalen Ortiz up. Ortiz 1 for 3, a pair of Ks and a single today. He has an opportunity here with 2 runners on. Cole Cottom has got to get credit here for the work he's done back behind the plate today. He has not allowed anything to come behind him to allow these Fightin' Phils to advance. And we've seen that from him this entire series. Former 4th round pick back in 2018. Jalen takes a called strike at the knees. That's Freesia on second, Castillo on first. Both of them walk to get there. This is ripped into the Portland bullpen. Foul. That's a hefty strike 2 for Ortiz. Can't imagine the exit velo off his bat there. Two on, 2 out for the Fightin' Phils. And Jalen takes this way out to center field, but the wind is just keeping stuff in the park. And back-to-back outs for the Fightin' Phils strand. 2 on to the 9th we go. Jack Perkins for another inning of work. We'll be right back in just a moment.
K Pool and Spa offers a variety of expert services for both in and above ground pools and hot tubs. They provide the service for Pool Pavilion at the FirstEnergy Stadium and keep it clean and maintained throughout the entire season. Based in Reading, Pennsylvania, they've been family owned and operated for 40 years. Turn to K Pool and Spa for the best value and professional service.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider for the R-Phils. International Fireworks shoots all 33 fireworks shows throughout the R-Phils season, including 6 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a retail store in nearby Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin' Phils game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next R-Phils game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
On to the 9th inning we go here in Baseball Town. Jack Perkins out for another inning of work. Pitched a clean 8th, looking for a clean 9th to put the Fightin' Phils up to rally in the bottom half. He'll see Cole Cottom, Nick Sogard, and Oscar Ronhell, the 7 through 9 batters, though they've done some of the damage in today's game. Portland leads 9 runs on 15 hits. Reading 3 runs on 5 hits. Back-to-back balls, and there's a called strike here to Cottom. 2 for 4 in today's contest. He's also caught trying to take home Reading's 19th outfield assist of the season. Cottom fouls this down the right side. 2-2, and Perkins wants another baseball. He'll throw this one into the dugout and get him a fresh one. 3 more outs on either side in this ball game before we wrap up a 6-game set. There's the 16th hit of the game for the Portland Sea Dogs on the left side of the field. And Cottom's got 3 hits today. There's a runner on with nobody out for Nick Sogard. Now Perkins induces some ground ball, so an opportunity for a double play for the Fightin' Phils here. They've had one in today's contest, non-traditional though, a line drive that doubled up a runner at first. Inside goes Sogard. 1-0. Wind has really changed the game here in today's contest. It's made it quite a number of long balls hang up in the air on either side. Only 2 home runs, Tyreek Reed and Sal Gazzo. Of course, the game's not over yet. The 1-1. Perkins out of the stretch with a runner on first. This is fouled sharply into the stands. That's good enough for strike 2. Sogard in on the left side. Runner on first, nobody out. Another foul ball back. We'll go again. I'll be hitting the road with the team as we travel to Binghamton Tuesday through Sunday for a 6-game set against the AA Mets affiliate. 6:35 contests for the most part. I think Friday and Sunday are different times. So just make sure to check social media and to check the website for those game times. But I'll be bringing you all the action from the road. 2 balls and 2 strikes here, nobody out. Cole Cottom over at first. Probably not a guy that's going to run. Checks his swing. Does he go around? They point down to the third base umpire, who's not standing anywhere at third because the situation, there's a runner on first. He's got to be closer to second, so I don't really think he has a better vantage point than anybody else, but that's who they point to because he's a lefty. And he doesn't go around, so now the count is full. Perkins deals a payoff pitch. Foul back. Will go again. Pitch number 7 impending. Shadows starting to infiltrate the field left and third and short plus home plate. Some high heat by Jack Perkins gets a swinging strikeout, and there is one here in the top of the 9th inning. Oscar Ronhell comes up. For the 5th time today, he's 1 for 4 with a run scored. With an RBI. He's got a runner on first, and now the infield's going to back up here for another lefty bat. Sun is definitely in the eyes of the first baseman, Vito Fresia. Ground ball, right side, 4-6. And I don't think they get the double play at first. That's the 2nd time that the Arphils haven't been able to turn 2 with just a lightly hit ground ball. And a speedy Ronhell runs it out at first. But there's 2 outs now, and they get the leadoff runner, which is more important as we go back to the top of the order with Will Dalton. Dalton hit by a pitch and a triple. And he's hit by a pitch for the 2nd time tonight, right on the back. That'll put 2 on and 2 out here for Tyler Dearden, who's had 2 at-bats today. And he's got a pair of strikeouts. He came in for Cedon Rafaela, who was ejected. The only ejection so far of the series. Third straight lefty bat here. Perkins going to have to pitch around some traffic on the base pass, looking for his 2nd clean frame in the top of the 9th. We did not see one single 1-2-3 inning at the Portland Sea Dogs went down in order today. Perkins looks back at second. A big swing and a miss from Dearden. 1-1 the count. Portland scoring 4 in the first. They got off to a hot start as Dearden chases some high heat, 1 and 2. They tacked on 1 more in the 4th, 1 more in the 5th, and then 3 in the 7th. Reading put 2 on in the bottom of the 3rd. That's Sal Gazzo's 2-run shot and a sacrifice fly in the 5th by Chris Sharp. Get their 3 runs. This is lined over the head of Sal Gazzo. Racing in is Ortiz. He's going to bring it in quickly so that a run can't cross the plate. There'll be runners on the corners. Or excuse me, the base is loaded now as Dalton shifts to second, Rangel to third, and Rafaela to first. And Perkins just needs one more out to get out of this inning. He'll see Christian Koss here with the bases loaded. But now a righty batter. Perkins got him to line out to left his first time up. Gets a first pitch foul ball back. Jack up to 40 pitches here, but has started quite a number of games in his career. So certainly can go deeper into this. Trying to end it now. 0-1 above the letters 1-1. Bases loaded for the Sea Dogs here in the top of the 9th. They already lead by 6 runs. Perkins gets a foul out of Christian Koss, and he's 1 strike away of getting out of the 9th clean. He's held him close. The infield is back on that outfield grass edge. The wind has died down significantly right now. That flag was once stuck right up, but now it's hanging down by the pole. Perkins glove at the waist. The base is loaded, 2 outs, and a foul ball back by Koss keeps the count. Nearing the 3-hour mark in this contest after having such quick games to start off this series. Really slowing things down, a 3-hour, 3-minute game yesterday. As Koss gets another slice of it, he'll keep his 1-2 count. Two outs, top of the 9th inning. Bases loaded for the Portland Sea Dogs. Perkins, a deep breath, he comes home above the head, and it's 2-2. Portland's got somebody else swarming in their bullpen. We'll see for the bottom of the 9th. Jack deals, almost hits him. Diving down his Koss, he's okay. Portland's 17 hits marks a tie for the most hits allowed by the Fightin's pitching staff, eclipsing the last time they did it on May 29th against Binghamton, and also a new season high for Portland, 16. Runners going, ball 4, and Jack Perkins is going to walk in a run here. That is 10 runs for the Portland Sea Dogs.
Right fielder number 24, Pedro Castellanos.
Here's Pedro Castellanos with the bases juiced. Probably don't want to see the cleanup hitter here. Perkins is going to have to work for this as 1 run is already scored on a walk. The bases are still loaded. Dalton, Dearden, and Koss, respectively, left to right. Misses outside, 1-0. Bat way overhead. Now he loads at the chest. Late to the pitch. A fastball by Perkins hits 93, and it's 1-1. 2 outs on the board here. Bases loaded, infield back deep. When Reading comes up in the bottom of the 9th, they'll turn to Rijo, Guzman, and Sharp. That's due up. Castellanos fouls this back, and once again, Jack Perkins is 1 strike away from getting out of this frame. Bases loaded. Portland already scored a run. Above the letters, 2-2. The entire field is in the shade now, so sun should not impact any play. The lights are on. just to make everything's playable. It's still bright, certainly still bright. Here's a 2-2 by Perkins. Pedro gets a piece of it. 1 for 5 in today's contest. Portland's has them all on the base paths here. 2 outs on the board. Jack, a deep breath. Here's the 2-2 to Pedro Castellanos, a elevator shaft pop-up. Who's going to make the play? Perkins. Nope, it's the first baseman, Freeshaw, up the line in fair territory, and that'll do it with the bases loaded. A pop-up gets Jack Perkins out of the 9th. Reading is down 10-3 to Portland in the bottom half. Lots of ground to make up here in just a moment. Fireworks provider for the R-Phils. International Fireworks shoots all 33 fireworks shows throughout the R-Phils season, including 6 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame. Rally time here at America's Classic Ballpark as your Reading Fightin' Phils trail 10-3 to the Portland Sea Dogs. It's Rijo, Guzman, and Sharp due up for the Fightin' Phils as Odanier Mosqueda comes out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen for the Portland Sea Dogs. Rijo takes the first pitch strike. Wind has died down here. This is time for some long balls for the Fightin' Phils. Takes a pitch below the knees, 1-1. Portland has left 12 runners on base today, so although they have 10 runs on 17 hits, theoretically it could be much, much worse. Reading has left 5 on. They just haven't had that many base runners. They've only had 5 hits. Mosqueda comes around, hits the outside corner, and it's 1-2. A beautiful sky as the sun setting here in bucolic Reading, Pennsylvania. Lots of fans here waiting to play catch on the field with their families. Rijo wiggling the bat above his head. Here's a 1-2 inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's 1 for 3 in today's contest. Had a single back in the second. Sea Dogs plated a run in 5 out of 9 innings. Wendell takes a pitch outside, and suddenly the count is full here to start off the bottom of the 9th. Reading's got some work to do. Mosqueda comes around, and that is a called strike 3, and Rijo knew it. He's on his way back to the dugout without number 1, and here is Jonathan Guzman. Guzman in the righty batter's box. Takes a called strike to start it off. He had a triple and a run scored earlier today. He takes this one into right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Reading gets a runner on here for Chris Sharp and 1 out. Sharp has walked twice today. Also a sacrifice fly. Sharp shuffles some dirt in the batter's box. Now he puts the bat on his right shoulder. Guzzi shuffles off at first. Here's the thing, he's pretty quick over there. Don't want to lose a base runner, but certain he'll be flying around if Sharp puts anything in contact. Takes a first pitch strike. Infield, outfield playing straight up. There's a called strike inside, down 0-2. Sharp extending his on-base streak to 11 straight games with the walks in today's contest. Also had his first home run of the season this series. Here's the 0-2. He checks his swing, and it hits him in the right leg. And he's going to head down to first on a hit by pitch. Guzman to second. And Reading's got something brewing here. 2 on with 1 out for Sal Gazzo, who's already had a long ball today. And he's had it from the right side. And with the lefty Mosqueda, he's going to stay in the right side. And the wind is picking up a little bit, but he went opposite way with it the first time. Runners take their leads. Mosqueda deals outside. Sal holds up. There's ball 1. Sal getting some cheers in the crowd. He's certainly a fan favorite, I'll tell you that. This one rolls into the zone, 1-1. Both teams have been very clean in the field today. No defensive miscues on either side. Mosqueda looks over at first. The Sal chance begin again. Here's the 1-1. Gazzo swings through it, 1-2. Mosqueda's second time in this series. Pitched back on Wednesday. 1 inning of work, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Looks over at first with 2 on and 1 out. Sal chops this slowly to third. They're just going to get him at first. Both runners advance into scoring position, but now there's out number 2 on the board. And we go back to the top of the order with Vito Friscia. Reading trails 10-3, and they've only got 1 out left, so definitely have a lot to work to do here, but just trying to tack on some more runs as Vito steps in the right side. It's Guzman on third, Sharp on second. 2 outs on the board. Mosqueda. Friscia takes this out to center field. Dalton is there. He camps under it and makes the catch, and that will do it in today's contest. Your Fightin' Phil's strand 2 in the bottom of the 9th. And Reading falls 10-3 to the Portland Sea Dogs, and they end up splitting this series. So they split the series in Portland, and they split the series here in Reading. So now each team has 6 wins apiece, but don't worry, we see each other one more time at the end of the summer. Portland returns here, and that will be the final say of this 18-game matchup this series. But we end with the Portland Sea Dogs. They win 10-3 over the Reading Fightin' Phils. An off day tomorrow, and then your Fightin' Phils will travel to Binghamton to face the Mets. I'll be bringing you all the action from the contest. Fans, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Your final score today, Portland 10, Reading 3.